So the Mets are winding down spring training. In less than a week, they will open their season in Houston on opening day. But before that, still some roster decisions that the Mets need to make, including naming a second baseman. With Jeff McNeil down for at least the first month of the year, if not longer, they'll have to fill that as well as the utility position on their bench. But with Brett Baty hitting another home run today, the team may have no choice but to give him a starting role on this team. So today we're going to break down his chances to break camp with the Mets and whether or not he'll be a starter for the team to begin the year. So earlier in camp, the Mets had a competition that basically came down to Brett Baty or Luisangel Acuna for the utility position. In fact, I even made a video about it stating why I believe that Acuna should get that utility role. But things have changed since then, with McNeil going down for the first part of the season and Baty continuing to have a monster spring. Slugging another bomb today, giving him 3 on the season, including a .354 batting average. And get this, he actually leads Grapefruit League action with an 1123 OPS this year. So does Baty have a claim to be the starting second baseman for this team on opening day? I'm just going to tell you right now, no. I'm sticking to my guns. Luisangel Acuna should get the majority of reps at second base. He's as sure-handed as they come. With Lindor across the way and Jose Siri out in center field, the Mets could potentially have one of the best up-the-middle defenses in all of baseball. So while I'm prioritizing defense up the middle at second base, that doesn't mean there's still not a chance for Brett Baty to be in the starting lineup on a consistent basis for this team, and that would come in the role as a DH. The Mets' plan was to have Starling Marte and Jesse Winker platoon at the DH spot, splitting time between righties and lefties. But with how hot Baty is swinging the bat right now, would it make sense for the Mets to try and squeeze him into the lineup and give him the majority of those at-bats, at least to open the year? So while I could see Baty cutting into some of their time at the DH spot, there's one other guy that I think will get a lot of designated hitter opportunities, and that's going to be Brandon Nimmo. Just on Thursday, he made only his second appearance in the field this spring as he recovers from the knee and foot issues that he's been experiencing dating back to last year. So if the Mets want to keep him healthy for the majority of a full 162, expect Brandon Nimmo to get a lot of DH spots. So if it's not at second base and if it's not at DH, then how will Baty get everyday at-bats on this team? That's not for me to answer. Personally, don't think he should be at second base. I think he's a liability over there. But the Mets should be finding a way to catch lightning in a bottle with him and get his bat in this lineup as consistently as possible. It also gives Baty some runway to continue to build on this strong spring that he's had and hopefully build some confidence that I'm sure has taken a hit over the last couple of years between bouncing up and down from AAA to the majors, not exactly knowing what position he would be playing. Maybe now finally he's putting it all together and he'll live up to the hype as a former first-round pick like we all anticipated. His situation reminds me a lot of Mark Vientos this time last year. Fans were divided. Should he be the starting third baseman? Should he even make the opening day roster? And then when he did get his shot in the middle of last season, he took off and he looks like our star third baseman for the next 10 years. So could that be the same for Brett Baty this season? So what do you guys think? Are you a Baty truther? Do you believe his spring training stats are for real or are they just a fluke? Would you make him the team's starting second baseman to open the year? And if not, would you still try to find a way to get his bat in the lineup on an everyday basis? Let me know in the comment section below. We are just 6 days away from opening day. Let's go Mets.